Yes.
So I knew you were
Or you
praying for
can't
me.
even pray.
Yes, I knew you were praying for me.
Yeah.
I knew my friends are praying for me.
Big ups to the friends.
I hope they were, but I knew. I knew they were praying for me. I knew, because also they were not here. Like, people couldn't come and
Yes,
support
'cause of
you
COVID.
because of COVID.
So you had to
But-
be carried by
Yes,
prayer.
because
yeah.
how about you? What was your situation?
So for me, I think what has helped me the most deal with loss is, in a fancy way, if I can put it that way, is good theology. Yeah, yeah. I think so. Look, as going through it as well, I was more in touch with, and yeah, with the teachings that I have heard.
Regarding loss or teachings in general?
No, in general.
Okay.
Reassessing my worldview, thinking about who God is, because you get those questions, thinking about why do we exist, thinking about our future, because you can be very nihilism, which is to say that, like, nihilistic people are, I hope I'm using the term right,
We hope.
people who, like, what's the point of life? And you get those feelings during
During loss.
During
Did you
loss.
get those feelings?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Like, what's the point? Like, what are we doing?
Is it?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. What's the point of life? Because it's painful, right? It's painful. But the teachings that I've learned of who God is, like, in a way, like, thinking that, okay, there is something bigger and deeper than myself, and there's present circumstances that's happening. So that's one comfort that I had. And then the second one was that the picture that was happening was not the final act
Elaborate
of the
on
play.
that.
Like, yes, we die, but that is not it, because death has lost its sting.
Yeah.
Right? So I know that there is a tomorrow. There's a tomorrow. There's a resurrection to look forward to. There is, like, this is not just it.
Yeah, this is not it.
And yes, so those are the types of, when I'm putting meat into it, when I say good theological teachings, but most of all, who God is, and there were a few verses that
Also encouraged
encouraged me.
Okay.
The biggest one was not the psalm. The biggest one was the Beatitude.
Okay. Blessed are those who mourn.
Yes. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. And
I remember that was your that was your passage.
And it just kept replaying over and over in my mind, and I held on to it. When you hold on by a thread, by a thread. I wouldn't say like I pray in the conventional sense, but I keep talking to God all the time
during that process.
I don't even remember some of the things I was saying, but yeah, it's just it's a long conversation.
And I remember the time you got a call that Gogo's not well. You were planning to go back home.
Was I?
Yes, you had booked to go back home. I think you were going to leave the Friday or the Thursday, but during that week you were going to go home.
Okay.
And you were sort of like looking forward to obviously seeing how she is, right? Because I think she was hospitalized already.
Oh, you mean in that sense? Yes.
So getting the call that she's no more before you could get there, because I think you had booked, I think they called day before you were supposed to leave. I think we were going to leave the following day and then that
I
night.
honestly don't remember the details. I don't want to
Yes.
lie.
No. I'm taking you back. Kaloku,
Yeah.
angithi I remember.
Even as you are.
Now was Kumbuli.
No.
Okay. So do you remember how you felt receiving the call, knowing that you were just close to going to see her?
No, because I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did then it make you feel? Or how did you deal with not being able to see her?
Yes, so I was fine with it. I never got a sense of, oh, I need to go see her. I need to go see her before something happens.
Yes.
Because,
You mean now this is now after you were told that she's not well?
yes.
You didn't have that pressure of I need to go home before something happens, okay?
Because I got a sense of what was happening was a bit different.
Oh.
Yes,
okay.
yes. No, I knew it was quite serious.
Did you also get a sense that it might end in death?
Yes.
Okay.
Because what happened was they said it was a stroke. And that she was dependent on the machines.
Yes, it affected her brain.
Yes, and people don't recover from those. But I also knew that she was frail as well. So obviously, I wasn't like sitting there thinking it's over.
Okay.
No.
I remember you were hopeful.
I was hopeful.
You were very hopeful,
Yes.
and we were praying that
Yes.
she recovers.
Yes. But then when she died, I wasn't gutted that I didn't get one last chance because I never want to see people in
that state.
Sure. As well.
Sure.
I'd rather see them, remember them, the way I knew them. Yes. So I was not too gutted. Good memories. But I was just grateful that my aunts, my uncle, my mom
were there.
They got to see her before. I felt like that was more important than me seeing her. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, man. That's what got me through. Just good. Just remembering scripture, just remembering who God is. That for me is what's gotten me through. And yeah.
I'm actually getting so sad that you speak of it.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I was getting sad when you told your story.
Really? Like, why am I getting sad anymore?
But in closing, I think we can briefly talk about each other. Like, what did we get support from each other?
Yes.
Or not? Or what's the best way to support each other? But let me start. Then we'll close it. Because for me, I don't know how to mourn properly.
Okay.
I don't know how to be in mourning as well. So when I'm going through it, I'm like, a part of me is like, nobody talk to me.
Okay.
And a part of me is like, it would be good for people to check on me. Because another part is like, if people are checking on you, it reminds you that there's something happening.
Okay. Yes.
And you don't want to deal with those emotions. So for me, it's but you checked on me. You kept on saying, "Are you okay?" And I think that was fine for me. Yeah.
In all honesty, for me, I personally feel like I didn't support you the way I should have.
I know you said that.
I honestly feel like I did not. I feel like I let you be.
Yeah.
More than I should have been there.
Yeah.
I feel like I dealt with your loss the way I would have wanted you to deal with mine. Forgetting that, like, for me, it's like I'm okay with being left alone. But I also realize that when I'm left alone, I'm not okay with being left alone.
Yes.
You see what I mean?
Rock and a hard place.
Yes. So I feel like I left you alone.
Too much.
Okay. And whenever the little few times, even though you're like, no, you did, but I'm like, the few times I checked in, I feel like I should have done more.
Okay.
I feel like I should have done more. Even months after to say, let's have the conversation.
Okay. No, but you did fine. You did great. You did well.
No, but I still feel like I shouldn't.
Okay.
I should have done
what
more.
about me? What about me? I'm gonna rush you for time.
Okay, so for me, how you've supported me? Is that the question?
Yeah.
I feel like you've supported me
Because
well.
I think you said I didn't support you. For example, I didn't even come
Oh yes.
because of COVID and all that.
Yes. So I felt that.
Yes.
I felt the you not coming.
Yes.
Even though I understood at that time.
Yes.
But I also felt like I needed you there.
Yes.
You know, it was painful. I
Because
understood,
I
but it
remember
hurt.
we had a discussion about it.
No, I
And
was
you
hurt.
insisted that I shouldn't come.
Yes.
And
No,
I
I was
shouldn't
like,
have
no,
listened
don't
to
come.
you.
Because here's another thing. You come and catch COVID all the way Ekaya. And when I'm in the Eastern Cape and you are from Limpopo, like, what if something because I was also fearing for your life.
Yeah.
Like, what if something happens to you? What am I going to say to your family? Like, ubufuna don't, because at that time, they didn't know about us.
Yeah.
Right? So it was like, what were you doing in the Eastern Cape?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? So I was like, stay away.
Yeah.
Stay away. But I would have wanted you there. I would have loved to have you there. And I felt that you were not there.
Yeah.
I felt lonely.
Yeah.
I felt my friends not being there. It hurt me big time. I don't want to lie, big time. I felt the void of the support, even though I knew they couldn't.
Yeah.
But it didn't take away the pain that it came with. And also, but outside of that, I do feel like you really supported me. You really, even with these attending psychologists, you know, with my keeping active, you also encouraged me to do those things. You were like motivating me, you were like supporting me that no, do this, do that, because also you're a runner. So it was easier for you to also channel me towards that direction. Yeah, but I do feel like you supported me, even though it was also both our first times. Right? So
we don't know how to act.
Yeah, there's grace in that. We don't know if we did it right. We don't know if we did it wrong. But we were also reciprocative, if that's the word, of whatever we got from each other.
Yeah. Okay. So, you might be going through some loss right now. I think if there's one thing Pelo and I can agree with, is shutting people out and being isolated.
Yes, is a no-no.
Is not a good thing when you're dealing with loss. Yes, you don't want to talk to people. Yes, you just want to be alone and close the curtains. And yes, we mourn differently. But we do feel like talking to someone, at least have one person,
yes,
at
that
least
you chat to,
that you talk.
And I think also I often say this to my friends, that allow your friends to support you,
allow them,
because it's also easy to shut people out. So if people are availing them, I'm not saying, because sometimes people don't want to, but if people are availing themselves to support you, allow your friends to support you. Don't say it's okay. Don't say I'm okay. Don't say don't do it. No. Allow them to do it. Because I feel like in retrospect you will appreciate that.
Yes.
In retrospect you'll appreciate that as support, and also to the friends of the person who's losing someone, be there. You know, be there in every possible aspect that you could. Be there. I know sometimes you are scared to chat to the person, you are scared to hear, but believe you me, that even if you don't say a long paragraph,
just
I'm thinking of
present.
You. I'm praying for you.
How can I help?
Right? But even that question sometimes, baby, it's irritating. Like, how do you want me to help you? Like, dude, how do you help someone who's lost someone? Like, don't ask me that. I know it irritated me, that question. But I'm like, just to say, praying for you, please do pray for your friends or family or significant and other that has lost someone. Please pray for them. Those prayers are meaningful. Right? They do help the other person. So I'm like, even if you don't have to say anything, just thinking of you, that's it.
Here's 300.
You know? Baby. I wish you could share about that as well, how significant that was for you.
Next time.
Okay.
Definitely next
But
time.
anyways, let's support each other, guys. I know it's not easy. You
Yeah.
don't want to step on people's toes. You don't know how far you can go. We are a very sensitive generation.
Yeah.
But as a men, guys, let's try. Even if you feel like I shouldn't, send that text. Say that prayer. Mhlawumbe you're not even talking to that person anymore. Okay, fine. But mthandazele. Pray for them. Share some love. They need each and every small piece of love that they can get. And I know also as someone who you've lost someone, and you didn't get that love or anything, you would have appreciated that small sense of love. So
Yeah.
man, be there for one another. It may not even be clear how, because you don't even know. That person probably also doesn't even know how they want support. Do what you think is best at that moment, but show some love. Show up in the best way that you can.
Thank you so much for watching. No, it's quite long.
It
No,
is, and
we've
there's
touched
actually
on a lot of
more
things.
to talk about.
It's a long conversation that can
Yeah.
go on forever.
Yeah.
But thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please comment. Please
Yeah.
like. Please share your experiences. We
Yes,
know
let's
some
have
of
the
you
chat,
have
guys. Let's have the chat on the comment section.
know how to deal with this better than we, because
Yes.
we're not expert at this.
Yes.
Some of you might be professionals at this on how to deal with
How do we support each
loss.
other
Yes.
during these difficult times?
yeah.
Not only loss, but remember we said adversities in its entirety. Let's share support. Let's share some love. Yeah.
Thank you.
Till next time. Cheers.